Okay, guys, welcome to IRA Bitcoin overview. I think there's a couple things that everybody needs to know, whether you're new or a Jedi. But what I'm finding is most of the people into this tend to be younger and they don't have any money, so the average account size is 3,000. This is a special niche for people that are a little more mature in age and have more money, but just cannot find a place to do these large buys. So what I'm seeing out here is these are the problems that I wanted to solve. Your four biggest crypto problems that you want to solve are you can't do large buys. Getting started is complicated and clunky. It's hard to get taught. It takes a lot of research. You have assets stuck in your IRAs you'd like to invest, but there's no way to get them in because Wall Street's not allowed to invest in crypto right now. And IRA Bitcoin can solve the problem. Here's the link. We're going to come back to that, okay? But right now, just buying Bitcoin, although it's not one of the 1900 ICOs out there that are really interesting, minus one, and Bitcoin though is the major player, right? So out of 1988 cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin dominance here is 51% today. So pretty much after a year of trading this, maybe I've been in this place like 3 or 4 years, seen it all, but I really hunkered down and put some time in this year, researched like the top 100 of these investments in ICOs and platforms just to see what's going on in this world. I did 3 or 4 a day, was hardcore into it. So, but with Bitcoin, if it goes trends up like this, you'll see everyone else. It's like the ocean, you know. What do they say? A rising tide raises all ships. So if it trends up, everything's trending up, 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 up. And here's your top 10. That's really what matters, right? All copying. Now, Tether doesn't trend. It always stays at $1. So if you buy Bitcoin at 6,500, it goes up to 7,500, and you cash out and take profits, you might want to drop it into Tether and just hang out. It'll always keep your value at about equal to $1. Then when Bitcoin drops from, what is it, 6,700, if it went back down to, a lower amount, like say 5,800 is the all-time low in the last 6 months, then when it goes down $1,000, you convert Tether to Bitcoin, boom, and ride it back up to 7,000. So you can be a day trader, but I want to talk to you about a real easy, no-brainer one. Let's look at 3 months. Well, let's look at the year. So what happened if you're new or you've been tracking is basically it went up to about 18. It went to 20,000. I don't know why this was showing. There you go, about 19,000. We can see, and then now it's down here. It's just been bouncing off. Let's look at all. This might give us more of a better picture. Yeah. So it's just been bouncing here in this corridor. It goes up to that was the high, 9,700. But it's pretty much 6,800, and then it's up to 76, and it's back down to 76. So $1,000 swings, and we're at 60, kind of down here at 6,500. Now it's up to 6,700, like today. So what's happening is it's just a safe buy is to buy Bitcoin. You can do all this advanced stuff if you want to and be a day trader. But if you're just looking to take your IRA that's making 3, 4, 5% a year if you're lucky, or if you're taking full-on risk in your investment to try to make 20% in the best mutual fund report ever, why not take that same aggressive money, liquidate it, let us roll it over for you. We'll take care of all the details. And our minimum is 30,000. You start with 30,000. If you would have done that in 2010, you would make 480%, 1,300%, 169%, 5,400%, 13, 37, 130, and 1,200. Your $30,000 rollover, which is really not our market, we do up to 10 million, but that would have turned to 3,800,000. I'm sorry, 3,800,000,000. Where else are you going to do that? It doesn't exist. So we're going to take a look at 100,000, 250, 500, 750, a million. And if you're a big player up here, those are some other breakpoints. But what I want to do is just kind of briefly go back here and take a quick look at, here's the history. Bitcoin, best performing currency in the last 7 of 8 years. So we have from 2008 when the crash happened, everybody lost what, a third of everything. On my clients, you would have been up 26%, 28, and it just went crazy. So in the last 8 years, 7 of those are amazing. So here's why you want to get in now, right now. Because Wall Street money can't come in because the Investment Act of 1945 prohibits it unless there's a custodian. So we're going to look for this company Circle. Let's see if, I don't think they have. But they are trying to create a custodian exchange to allow all that money. How much money? 20 times this amount. So the market cap is 226 billion, $382 million. So 20 times that money is about to come in here in 2018 or maybe 19, but 20 times the money is about to come into the market. And so what happens, that is gonna do for you? If you roll 30,000, let's see if 20 comes in, 20 times, that's gonna bring the money, bring the market up. So your 30,000 turns to 500,000 instantly in a year. If it takes 2 years, then so be it. But let's just look at these numbers. We're gonna do each of these. So if you did 100, your 100 comes in. If that happened this year, your 100,000 turns to 1.7 million. Okay, if you did 250,000, let's see, all these services we do. We set up an IRA for you, do the rollover, set up a self-directed IRA to catch it, and then once you have that, there'll be some separate fees for that. But usually, once you get in, you can do trading, buy and sell with no other fees. But if you want a self-directed IRA, there's a couple small fees that are negligible, and then that self-directed IRA will roll the money into your what's it called, a investment LLC, and then you could be the manager of that. So you'll have a IRA rollover to a self-directed IRA. The money will be invested in this investment LLC of which you are the manager, and you'll do your buy and sells. Or if you want, you're going to need us for the custodian legal services. But if you want to do your own trades, you can. Or if you're a small account under 250,000. We'll do your buying and selling for you, okay? And if you want to take possession of your Bitcoin or whatever, all the different cryptos we offer, the other top 6 coins, we'll have phone support to help you learn how to set up your nano ledger and private keys. All these fees are included in our breakpoint discount. You can't buy 100,000, 250, 500, 750 million, up to 10 million anywhere. It just doesn't exist. So anyways, here's what we have going on. So we saw with, let's take a look at 100,000. Up to 100,000, we charge 15 points for that. Your 15 comes off, you have 85 go to work. In 1 year, that turned to 1.7 million. 250,000. Next break point, that gets you down to 12. So you have 220 go to work. In 1 year, it turned into 4.4 million. 500. Let's see, next break point's 10. And so you'd have 450 go to work. 1 year, if that goes up 20x, it turns your 500,000 into 9 million. If you have 750,000 coming over, let's see, 750,000 drops us down to 9 for you. You have 682 go to work. You have 13 million in a year. And then let's use another example. 1 million drops you down to 8 basis points here. You have 18. You have 920 go to work. That turns into 18,400,000. And then if you want to get into some of the largest chunks, those are some other avenues that I work with. But this is more Bitcoin IRA. And if you want to do, let's see. Oops, need another 0 in here. It's 10 million. Is our max per single purchase. Actually, we'll add the 0 here. It's anything in the million is going to be 8. That's our where we stick. But so you have put in 10 million, 92 goes to work. You 184 million in a year. So the ability to make significant amounts of money is quite intense here. So that's why you'd want to do this and do this now. Now, whether you want to do it as taxation, let's talk about that because it's a big deal here. IRS doesn't know what to do with it, so they're just calling it property or ordinary income tax. So they've kind of evolved on that on taxfoundation.com. So inside an IRA, if you trade, you have no tax every single year as this grows. So let's say you're going to do 10 million with us. Discounts 800,000, 9.2 million goes to work. You have 184 million. Let's see, what was this the first year? I think it was 480 if I remember correctly. Double check this here. 400, yeah. So this is 480. All right, so 9.2 goes to work. Well, here's what would have happened if you would have had that go to work over the last 7 years. Basically, you start off with 10 million. First year up to 44 million, 612 million, 1 billion, 56 billion, 64 billion, 88 billion, 114 billion. Hit $1 trillion in 7 years. So, and then if the money comes in the market 20 times, your 1 billion turns to 27 billion. So that's what would have happened if you would have even known what Bitcoin was. You just found out it's not too late. It's just about to go crazy when 20 times the market, the $5 trillion in Wall Street money, gets access to the space that's just private people right now. So, but here's the taxes you'd pay down here. Because if you're doing it inside an IRA, I don't know what you've saved in your IRA, but that's a really smart place. You pay no taxation on the growth each and every year. It can just grow tax deferred. But on these numbers, just each column simply going down. If you pay ordinary income tax, here's the tax brackets right here for ordinary income tax. It goes from 10 to 37. So max you could pay outside here if you bought it and sold it within the same year, ordinary income tax could be 16 million on your 44 million because it just spiked up. When it goes up to 612, you could pay in that year 226 million. So you could pay some large taxes here. If you hold it for more than a year and have long-term capital gains, you just hold it this whole 7-year period. It's still going to be some significant taxes, but I'm sure your teams can take care of it if you're working with these amounts. But if you do it inside an IRA, there's just no taxation because it grows tax deferred until you take it out. So yeah, there's all kinds of talks about that. You have Roth IRAs, regular IRAs. We're talking traditional IRA here. So let's put traditional. So that's kind of the overview on what you might want to do. I'd like to take the amount that you want to roll over and run that through the numbers here for you. But that was a brief overview if you're interested in IRA Bitcoin. And then in the description here, I will cut and paste this so you can just click this right here. And when you click that, let's see, get a new tab. That's going to take you right here. So you can watch the kind of video overview real quick. And you just put in, let's just go John Doe. gj@gmail.com and taxi number. This will just kind of show you how much would I like to invest. Just put in what you want to be working with. What do I have? Is it a traditional Roth 401k? If we're going to roll it over, we just want to know what pathway to walk down with you. So if it's a traditional IRA, just check that. If it's a cash deal, put none. How soon you like to get started, usually that. Or if it's different, just put the thing that the court matches up. What kind of digital currency you want? We've got Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Ripple, Litecoin. And if you don't really know what these are, just, Bitcoin, like I said, is the tide, the ocean that raises all ships. So then you hit create your account and it'll do that. So I'm not going to do that to them and create a fake account, but that's how that pretty much works. And well, here, let's do it. And then you can see the video. And then this will play.
Congratulations, you're just a few steps away from owning digital currency in your IRA. Our IRA Bitcoin expert crypto consultants are preparing your IRA transfer request paperwork and will email you shortly via our secured server. Keep in mind, the entire IRA transfer process usually takes between 1 to 2 weeks from start to finish. Once your funds have been transferred to our IRA custodian, one of our IRA Bitcoin Expert crypto consultants will contact you to finish the purchasing process of Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Ripple, or Litecoin at market price. Or, if you want to lock in prices today, contact our trading floor at 844-472-2482. We can lock in orders of up to $10 million with just a few signatures. Thanks for choosing IRA Bitcoin, your premier digital IRA conversion team. We look forward to being of service.
Okay, so that's kind of the steps that you can walk through right now if you want. So I'll have this. You'll see this over here in the description under the YouTube video. It'll say at the top, your 4 biggest crypto problems solved. Just scroll down and you'll be looking for this link right here, and then I'll take you there. So I'm going to go create that in the YouTube video that we just made here for you. And if you have any questions, please write them in the comments or call me directly, and we will go from there. My number is 614-783-7746. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.